Hello there! Have you ever stepped outside in autumn and noticed the world seems to have traded its usual green wardrobe for a dazzling display of reds, oranges, yellows, and even purples? If you have, you are not alone. Around this time of year, many places on Earth start to show off their autumnal flair, a spectacular transformation that turns ordinary trees into nature's own fireworks. But what's really going on here? Why do leaves change color? And why do they eventually fall to the ground, leaving the branches bare during winter? Grab your pumpkin spice ladder and let's take a stroll through the colorful science behind fall leaves with a sprinkle of fun to keep things lively. What's up with the weather and the trees? As summer waves goodbye, the days begin to shrink. That means fewer hours of sunlight sneak their way into your neighborhood. Along with this, the weather starts to get cooler and crisper, the kind of chill that makes you want to wrap yourself in cozy sweaters. At the same time, the trees start getting ready for a big seasonal shift. Many of them begin to show off leaves that slowly lose their usual green and start bursting with fiery reds, vibrant oranges, and sunny yellows. Some lucky folks even get to jump into giant piles of fallen leaves, which is arguably one of the best autumn traditions ever. But not all trees join the leaf party. Evergreen trees like pines, spruces, and firs stick with their classic green needles year-round. They're like the evergreen divas of the forest, refusing to change their look with the seasons. The magical green. To understand why leaves change color, we'd first need to talk about chlorophyll, the secret behind the green you see in most leaves during spring and summer. Chlorophyll is not just a pretty green pigment. It's a hard-working chemical inside leaves that captures sunlight. Think of it as the tree's solar panel, soaking up the sun's energy to cook up its own food through a process called photosynthesis. Using sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide, chlorophyll helps the plant make sugars, basically the tree's energy snacks. Without chlorophyll, leaves wouldn't be green, and trees would not be able to feed themselves. More than just green. Now here's a fun twist. Green isn't the only color hiding in leaves. Leaves actually have a secret stash of pigments that come in reds, oranges, yellows, and even purples. You might recognize some of these pigments from your kitchen. Carotenoids give carrots and pumpkins their bright orange color. Anthocyanins provide the red and purple hues found in cherries and cabbage. And xanthophylls show up as yellow in some vegetables. During spring and summer, the chlorophyll pigment is like that loud friend at a party. It dominates the scene and overshadows all the other colors. So even though the reds, yellows, and oranges are there, they're hidden under a thick green blanket. Nature's signal for color show. As the days get shorter and sunlight becomes less intense, the trees get the message. Hey, it's time to wrap things up for the year. In response, the trees start producing less chlorophyll. Without this green pigment renewing itself, the chlorophyll in the leaves gradually breaks down and fades away. As the green disappears, the other pigments finally get their chance to shine. The reds, yellows, and oranges become visible, transforming the leaves into a brilliant autumn palette. This gradual color reveal is like nature's own magic trick. Suddenly, the ordinary becomes extraordinary. Why do leaves fall? Once the leaves have put on their colorful show, there's one final act. They fall. Without chlorophyll, the leaves aren't making food anymore, so they don't have a purpose hanging around on the branches. As winter approaches, trees prepare to survive the cold months by conserving their energy. The tree starts moving the sugars and nutrients made in the leaves back into its branches and trunk to store for the winter. Then, a special layer of cells at the base of each leaf stem, called the abscission layer, try saying that 5 times fast, slowly cuts the connection between the leaf and the tree. Eventually, the leaves break free and drift down to the ground, creating those perfect piles for jumping and crunching. The cycle continues. When spring rolls around, the trees wake up from their long winter nap, feeling refreshed and ready to show off their new outfits. Using the energy they carefully stored away during the chilly months, they start growing fresh, bright green leaves full of chlorophyll. Basically, they're solar panels for soaking up sunlight. It's like they're saying, "All right, time to get back to work." These new leaves eagerly capture sunlight to make food, helping the tree grow big and strong again. Then, as summer heats up, the trees lounge in their full green glory, enjoying the sunshine. But before you know it, autumn sneaks in like an unexpected party guest, and the leaves decide to change clothes, trading green for fiery reds, oranges, and yellows. After the colorful fashion show, the leaves gracefully bow out by falling to the ground, making way for winter's quiet rest. This yearly cycle of growth, color, dropping leaves, and renewal keeps repeating like nature's favorite dance routine. It's a reminder that life, just like fashion, loves a good comeback. So next time you see leaves falling, remember the trees are just getting ready for their next big show. Why do leaves turn different colors? Not all leaves change to the same colors in autumn, and the reason has a lot to do with the different pigments inside them. For example, maple trees often display bright red leaves, while birches tend to glow in golden yellow. These colors come from special chemicals called pigments. One group of pigments, carotenoids, gives leaves their yellow and orange hues. You can find carotenoids in many leaves all year long, but their colors are usually hidden by the green chlorophyll during spring and summer. Another important pigment is anthocyanin, which produces red, purple, and even pink colors in leaves. Unlike carotenoids, anthocyanins are made only in the fall when chlorophyll breaks down. Some leaves also contain tannins, which are responsible for brown shades you often see in oak leaves. Weather plays a huge role in how bright or dull these colors appear. Sunny days help leaves make more anthocyanins, leading to more vivid reds and purples. Cool, but not freezing, nights slow down the loss of sugars in leaves, preserving their color. On the other hand, rainy or cloudy weather can cause colors to be less intense or fade faster. So the beautiful autumn colors you see are a combination of pigment chemistry and the season's weather patterns, making every fall unique. Fun leaf facts you might not know. The color change actually protects the leaves from getting damaged as chlorophyll breaks down. Some trees produce anthocyanins only in autumn, like a final gift to nature's art gallery. The process of leaves changing color and falling is called senescence, which sounds fancy, but just means getting old gracefully. Not all leaves fall off deciduous trees at the same time. Some hang on longer, while others are quick to drop. If you have ever wondered why leaves crunch when you step on them, it's because they've dried out after falling and lost their juicy moisture. A simple autumn adventure. Autumn is not just about science, it's about fun too. Collecting colorful leaves is a classic way to celebrate fall. Find a bright yellow ginkgo leaf, a fiery red maple, or a spotted oak leaf. Try pressing them in a book to preserve their colors, or use them to create art projects. And here's a challenge. Next time you see a brilliantly colored leaf, snap a picture and marvel at how something so ordinary turned into something extraordinary. If you want to get fancy, you could even start your own leaf scrapbook, nature's very own coloring book. Thanks for joining me on this colorful autumn adventure. If you enjoyed learning why leaves change, make sure to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe for more fun and fascinating science stories every week. Got a favorite fall leaf or a cool nature fact? Share it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Remember, the best science lessons are right outside your door. See you next time for more amazing discoveries.